The consortium announced the new setbox for the new edition, the 4.0 for Age of Sigmar, called Skaventide, that it will be the name of such new edition, and it has been done the 17th May 2024. Now we go to see about the contents of such setbox, so to see if it's worth or not to buy. Here we can see that there will be quite a lot of miniatures. Here we can see also the setbook itself, that I think that it's not bad as graphic, I quite like. There we can see there is a video about the presentation, and we can see the content. So there will be the part about the Corebook, the deynontech that will be related about the Spearheads, we'll see a bit later. There will be the part about the general handbook, that will be the cards, so it's way not to buy the general handbook eventually successfully, so we'll see. A lot of miniatures, both for the Skaven and for the Stormcast. Obviously, the most part of these are related about the clan rats, okay, and some shiny features that sincerely are the ones that make me less emotional about, because there are, but they are not so good in my opinion. There are anyway. So we can see what is in the box. So there are 24 Stormcast miniatures that we see, and it's not bad. 50 Skaven miniatures, again, the most part of them will be clan rats, so think about. 4 talent feature, okay. 2 range rules. Okay, the rulers, sincerely, okay, you have one or you buy one cheaper and better, but anyway, there are, so it's not a problem. And then we can see about the contents that could be interesting other than the miniatures. So we have the Warhammer Age of Sigmar Corebook, that is quite interesting because there is the background and the rules and so on, so it's really quite interesting. And if you think about that, it will cost 50 euros, and you can think about 40 euros. It's in a way something to add to the hypothesis about the price. Had a Spearhead Fire and Jade book that it's about the spearheads, and it's a hardcore book. Also here it's sold also successfully, but anyway it will be about 40 euros. You can think about 30 anyway. This it's quite important because GW it's quite think about promoting such way, so that you can buy the box with the miniatures and you can directly play. So it's not a bad thing because it's a way to introduce to the game. I think that it's not a bad thing. Then we had the double set game board, that it's small one and it's a little about the Spearhead, but in a way it's a way to start to play. So I don't think that it's a bad thing. They had the Spearhead card deck, that it's a little about the Spearhead Fire and Jade, but it's a way to play directly and without having the book always together with you, so it's not a bad thing. And then we had the General Handbook cards. Here are literally what are the General Handbook 24-25 that will be going to be released later. And here you can think that that will be costing about 40-50 euros. The General Handbook, so it's included here. So only about the cartouches part here, it's about 100-110 euros. So you can think about having the price evaluated about that. Okay, sincerely, you have to think about how much it will cost about such setbox. I hope that it will not be as in Old World, that it will go also over 200 euros, but think about 200 euros about, and think if you have a bit of discount, it will be possible to have a good value, because you have the miniatures, you have the books and so on, so it could be in the game part. So we can see a bit better about the miniatures inside. We had the Lord Visitor on Gryph Stalker. Sincerely, okay, not bad, but we've seen something similar before. So the Gryph Charger, it's not so amazing, but the miniatures, it's not bad. It's quite good. It's a standard, in my opinion, but it's not bad. The only thing that for sure I do is to remove that base and change it with something else that has to be much better than this, because otherwise it will be really quite a loss, because I don't like at all such base. Then about the Lord Arcanum, this is a miniature that I love. I love the attacks, I love the posing, it's amazing. Really, I really like such one. They had about the Lord Veritant, it's good. Sincerely a pity, because I love the previous one, even if I don't have it, but this it's really quite nice. It's a really good way. They had the Knight Questor. Here it's much better than the previous one, but sincerely give me something strange, because maybe it's the head, because sincerely I don't like to play with the heads without helmets, but I want the helmets, so I hope that it will be eventually, or I'll make this wearing. For sure, I'll change the basing because it's something that it's perfect for having something else under it. Then how about the reclusions that are a sort of standards? It's not a problem, but anyway, they're really nice, simply nice models. Then we have the prosecutors. Sincerely, here they are made to have the new armor, but sincerely, it's not something that I go to buy for sure otherwise, because I had the old ones, and sincerely, I play with them. Since no, I'm not going to substitute them only because they've been renewed, and I can play the old ones as the new ones. Okay, so it's due decide eventually. And same I can say about the liberators, that I had the old ones, the previous old ones again, that I modified, converted and so on. So I'm not quite interested about this. They are inside, it's something that they are anyway welcome. I like the model that it's with the mole taken with 2 hands, so it's really quite nice. But it's not something that make me really crazy going to buy a lot of new liberators. And sincerely, I hope that there will be the option to have all the models with the helmet, because as I said, I don't like the part that will be with the head, so without helmet. And it's the same that are the Stormcast or the Space Marines. I like the helmets, I like that type of configuration. It's my opinion anyway. If you prefer otherwise, it's normal, not to worry. And then we can see about the part about the Skaven. We have the color on the new beast. Here, sincerely, it's really quite good, but I prefer more the beast than the Skaven. Okay, but anyway, it's really quite interesting in my opinion. There are quite a lot of intriguing options in this case. There will be a lot of things about converting so on that are available, and really here we have a basing that it's better than the one about the Stormcast tenants. Then how about the Gryph? Here you can say anything other that it's perfect. It's what you imagine about Gryph. It's complete as Skaven in every way you can think about, so not bad at all. Then how about the Warlock Engineer? Here it's one of the most beautiful models about the Skaven in my opinion, because it's exactly what you think about an engineer for the Skaven. So exactly as you think. I quite like what is. Then we have about the Rattling War Blaster, and here we can see that it's perfect as Skaven model, because you can say other thing that I admire this one. It's really quite beautiful. Then we have about the Red Ogres. Here, okay, you can think that there will be not new refacing about this from since the 2014, and now it has been remade, so it's not bad at all, really. So quite nice at the end, in my opinion, so nice. And then how about the Warlock Jetsail? Sincerely, here are a remaking, because they were perfect and you can't perfect something that is yet perfect, so are renewed and bit perfected, but amazing as usual. Then how about the Clan Rats? Okay, here the only thing that I can say is that are more dynamic than the previous ones. Okay, I have some of the previous Skaven, so eventually I can make some comparison about the new ones and the old ones eventually. And then we can see what is the box. So as you can see, there has been the part about the Spearhead for the double mat, the part about the cards and so on. And in fact, we have the analysis. So we have the Fire and Jade, that it's the book with all the Spearheads inside. We have the cards related, we have the battle mat that is double side, and it's a good way because anyway you can start to play directly and not with bare underground or so on, but you can re-personalize a bit. The shiny features are welcome, okay, but they are not anything amazing. I've seen something better respect the sure about the shiny features inside such Setbox. These are quite lazy, but okay, it's not something for sure that I claim as a miracle about. And really quite simple. Then we have about the Corebook that you can see it's interesting, because remember that inside there are the background, the rules and so on. The cards about the General Handbook that I want to remember you, it's a way to have them previously than the release about the General Handbook. And then there will be about the new book that it's released by the Black Library, that it's related about the background for this new edition. Games Workshop, since quite a lot of time for the new edition, it's released that are for Warcry, for the Warhammer 40k or Age of Sigmar, these new books, and they are a really good way to introduce the background of such new part of the story about, in this case, Age of Sigmar. So it's really quite nice. I don't know about the author because I've not read anything about it yet, so I can't say you if it's worth or not as author, so on, but still eventually could be a good reading in my opinion, so it's quite nice. And so remember also that there will be the possibility to win a copy about such box set. I give you my good best wishes about, because it's up to luck, and this so you can't say anything about. So to say about such set box, you have to think if it's worth for you or not, because if you think about, you have that are Stormcast, Eternals, and Skaven. If you are not completely interested about neither of such miniatures, maybe you can think about buying them sincerely only the part about the books, as save quite a lot of money. But depends about the amount of money that it will cost such set box. If in my opinion it would be 200 euros, you have some discount, you can have save quite a lot of money. Moreover, because you have the books, you have the miniatures, each of this faction, if you think about it, depends by the cost, but knowing how much it will cost, because also there has been an increase in price about the construction models, you could save quite a lot of money. And if you're interested about even only one of such faction, it could be really good investment about, because it will cost about almost the same that all the set books itself, buying the miniatures separately, so it could be quite interesting. And you have to think, because anyway, if you're interested about the set books, you remember that you have the Corebook that has the background, the match play rules, the part about the Spearhead rules, the part about the Path to Glory, the narrative part, so there are quite a lot of things inside. Moreover, you have the part about the Fire Engine that it's included, so you don't have to buy separately. And there is the part about the general handbook that you have the cards. So if you buy all these, you don't have to buy then the general handbook, other than you have to collect or you want to bring around not everything, but only the part about the rules, so you buy anyway. If you're interested about only the rules and you are not interested about the part about the miniatures itself or the background or so on, maybe you should think about wait a bit and buy only the general book 24-25, because it will have the rules, the part about associated to the general book 24-25, eventually buy the Spearhead and save quite a lot of money, because if you're not interested at all about the miniatures and so on, it's not worth, but it's a you decide which one it's your choices to have, because it can change based on your needing. Sincerely, I play the Stormcast Eternals. I don't find this really quite essential. It depends by the price. If it costs too much, I skip also this set box. But my idea is to buy, because in my opinion, it has quite a lot of things that are worth. The background that I'm quite interested in, the rules, the general book additional, the part about the spearheads, the part about the miniatures, more about the miniatures. So really, there is quite a lot of options. Remember that I leave the link about such article in the description so that you can see, and you can write to me in the comments what you think about such edition. Sincerely, I'm not going to analyze the rules for now, because we've seen quite a lot, but for example, there is not the part about Battle Shock, so we can say if there has been a substitute to it, if there's been something else. The rules are not complete, and they can change quite a lot the opinion about the rules based on some additional rules that has not yet been showed. I'm quite positive about such rules, but I'm waiting, because sincerely I want to read everything before to be able to say if there is something about that it's crazy or it's fantastic. It's simply something that you have to think about. So from that note, it's everything. I invite you to subscribe to the channel, to ring the bell so to receive notification about new video, to comment under here about this video, or if you want to suggest me new videos. So I hope to see you again to the next time.